Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and you're very welcome to episode number 41 of Visions, a live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting, where every single episode I sit down and discuss the past, the present and the future of one collector's journey. You might notice that I'm not looking directly at you. I've just changed things around a bit more because, as I boringly explained to Collector Joey in the background, that because I used to put my webcam on top of my laptop, I felt I was kind of limited about where I could and couldn't sit. So hopefully this will increase the audio. But I'm sure you'll let me know in the chat anyway if you're not feeling this new setup. I actually quite like it. It's a bit different. But anyway, so this is episode number 41 of Visions. I'm going to bring in next guy who I haven't really communicated with this guy that much. We message on Instagram from time to time. He is a channel member, which is the first time I've ever actually had a channel member on an episode of Visions. So I'm really excited about that. He probably needs no introduction. He has a YouTube channel. He's a collector, and he's recently hit 1,000 subs. I'm pretty sure he's absolutely just steamrolled through 1,000. I think he's on 1,200. So without further ado, or adieu, should I say, Collector Joey. Joey, how are you doing?
How are you? How are you? How is everybody in the chat? How are y'all?
There's actually a good few in the chat. There's 20 people here to see you already.
Oh yeah.
So we might actually. What time? So you said you're Central Time, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just after 6 p.m. now. Would that be correct?
Yeah. Just after that, yeah.
Gotcha. The I think Eastern Time is 5 hours behind me.
Oh, okay.
Central Time is 6, and then West Coast would be 8. Like it's hard to keep up a lot of times, but I'm glad that you agreed to do this.
Oh yeah.
So are you back from work or what?
Yeah, I just got off work. Like literally, I got off at 4:30. That's a 30-minute ride here. Got an hour to set up all the lighting and stuff, and then just make sure everything's good.
Good stuff. Yeah, lighting's key, really, isn't it?
It is.
But look, thanks very much for agreeing to do this and taking some time out of your day, and obviously massive thank you for being a channel member. That was greatly appreciated.
It's an honor.
Right, so we'll get now. I'm going to put a little bit of background tunes, but I don't want to drown out the sound of me or you. So maybe the channel members will let me know if it's too loud. Have it at 15. That's quite low, but I can always drop it down. Man, we got 22 people in the chat, and we got a bundle of comments already. So we're going to really quickly just address the chat anyway. So obviously we have Collector Joey, channel member. We got Talia Meyer all the way from Germany, paid in 23, another channel member. Maya Morat.
That's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend.
I see.
Myra. Yeah.
Mrs. Collector Joe.
Yeah,
very nice, Myra. Sorry, I probably butchered that name there.
You're good.
Great to have you here and supporting your boyfriend. That's super. We got William Owens, channel member. We got Boba Fettuccini, channel member. Thanks very much for being here. Really appreciate it. Chuli, channel member. Can you let me know, Chuli? You know I'm serious when I look at the camera now. This is a bit off-putting. I'm actually distracted by. I can see like myself from one angle here, and then I realize I'm not actually talking to the people. But Chuli, is it? You pronounced it before or spelt it for me that it was Thule. So is it Thule or Chuli, as if like chewing? I need to know because I want to get people's names right. I remember you spelled it Chuli, but please let me know. What else we got? We got going down to this Boba Fettuccini. Probably the tastiest username in the 1/6 community.
Awesome guy right there, man.
Yeah, he's and the thing is, I said it before. I say it again. Like it's the channel membership. Like it is humbling that people actually go and support the channel that way. And as much as it's like $5.99 a month or $2.99 a month, whatever, and that is like greatly appreciated because it does go a long way. Because I'm gonna put it back into the channel. The fact that the channel members are like, I put on a live stream and it's like bang. There's always like it could be 10 of them like that.
That's cool.
That's you. I really appreciate that. We got T-Ria. I didn't meet T-Ria in Star Wars Celebration in London. I wasn't lucky enough, but Austin and Lael and Toya and I think Calvin as well.
He's awesome too, man.
Yeah, absolute legend as well. Hero. We got Mike. We're trying to set up an episode of Visions, myself and Mike. Mike likes his cigars. I've seen him looking cool on Mr. Mom's Collectibles, I believe. You streamed with Ryan before, Mr. Mom's, have you?
Not yet. No, I've asked people and stuff like that, but I never get like a response back, or I get a response back, but I never get like the initial like, hey, come on.
Yeah,
So that's why I was like,
gotcha.
that's why I was like, man, I'm gonna do my own thing. So I just started streaming myself. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, you're right, man. Sometimes you just gotta get out there yourself, and then things happen. I was communicating with Austin. You know Austin, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was just we haven't really spoke a lot since we messaged a bit, but we haven't really spoke a lot since Star Wars Celebration. He was a guy I kind of really got on really well with. I really liked the way he kind of not just looks at collecting but the world, and he's into his fitness and stuff. But we were messaging earlier on. I was like, man, we need to chat. We need to set up a live stream. So I'm going to try and set that up maybe next week.
Yeah,
a bit later. So maybe if you could.
Yeah, let me know.
If that suited you.
I'm always down.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'll be kind of a late night one like this. Well, it's late night for me, but
Yeah, well, he's only 5 hours away from me, so one day we're gonna meet. One day, me and Austin will meet.
There you go. And 5 hours in America is nothing. Like 5 hours, you can drive the length and breadth of Ireland. Brandon Salad, thanks very much for being here. Another channel member, greatly appreciated. Is this your girlfriend as well? What's up, y'all? Just getting home from work, ready to watch this live. Good stuff. That's cool support, man. I appreciate that. That's excellent. It's great that she's here to see you. Julie giving a direct order. We got Philip Tool, another channel member as well. You're quiet, Shane. Now, I'm definitely quieter than normal. That's because the missus is in bed. So I'm wondering, like, can you hear me properly?
I can hear you good. I can. I don't know about them, but
cool. I know I am definitely speaking lower than I normally would, but I can always boost the gain if needs be, or if the music is drowning us out, I can drop that down. So just let us know and I'll take your feedback. So we got Talia Meyer, Trevor, 1-6 shooter. Great to see Trevor as well. The great work over there with the 1-6 pack. I actually had a great time with him and Tom and everyone else. I think we're more or less up to date. We got Martin K, Austin giving us the love. Love you too, man. And yeah, we'll definitely get up that get that stream going. So we've addressed the chat. Now normally at this point in time I go through a bunch of stuff that's going on in the channel and stuff like that. I've decided to kind of change the approach I'm doing. A lot of changes today. I'm trying to change the approach I'm doing on that. So I'm going to shout out the members and we'll get stuck in to the past, present and the future of your collecting journey. So really quickly going to go through the troopers. There is a link in the chat if anyone's keen on becoming a channel member. So in the troopers we got Stephen Rinks, we got Mike L, who's also in the chat here, and we're trying to get an episode of Vision sorted with him. We got Payton23, Mugwump, Andre, Chuli, Bendu Windu, Collector Joy, who's right here, which is amazing. Ryan Smith, and then the commanders we've got Alan the 6 Scale Gallery, X-Man Supreme, 12-inch Moose Stream, Philip the Fool, Keith the 6 Scale Padawan, Mark Mitchell, William Owens who's in the chat, Brandon Salad who's in the chat, Empire Strikes Again, Phil, Collecting Weekly, they're a big deal, people know them, and Boba Fettuccini who is here with us now. Okay, so I'm going to put this man under pressure right from the start. We can't go talking about the past, present, and the future in his collecting journey. Okay, I'm going to put you under pressure right from the start.
All right.
So let's say you can magically make any one of your pre-orders appear right now during the stream, what would it be?
Oh, I know this one. Easy. Kenobi Vader. Kenobi Vader all the way.
Excellent choice.
All the way.
Are you gonna go CCFL on that?
Shoot, I might, but they've gotten so much more expensive. I asked a few people, just like, I did the Art 15 and I did some other people I've used before, and they have so different prices, but they've gone up like really high now.
They are not cheap.
They are not cheap. But well, maybe because the last one I asked for was the 1/4 Vader, and that one was pushing $200 for the CCFL, and I was like, whoa. Sorry, excuse me. Whoa, like that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm not sure if you saw my review today on the DX23 Luke.
Oh no, I didn't see that one yet.
Well, at the end of it, the last shot you see basically is Luke in the detail with the CCFL, and I state that, look, this is not the Hot Toys Saber. But I take out the arm with the saber on it, and I put the 3 batteries in, and I connected up the lightsaber, and I held it right in front of it to show the difference. The CCFL actually looks like a lightsaber.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Whereas the Hot Toys ones, they unfortunately just look like, they do look toyetic, or like toys. And I think even in person, on film, for some reason, the CCFL looks very white with a hint of green, whereas it's a bit more balanced in real life. But again, this is my first CCFL, and I've been told they get really warm. I've kept mine at 25%, and I'm always like, just before I turn it off, I've left it on for a few hours. I always kind of just touch it and go, is this getting too hot or whatever? But 25% seems sweet.
Yeah, I usually just use it for photography, just real quick, or to show my friends or something. Because I did like what you have, and I think you had the you turned them on with the remote. Was I? Yeah. That's what I did too. I hooked it up to some smart plugs and just turn on when people come over, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool," and then turn them right back off. Yeah.
I mean, it might burn out. I don't know, but like I said, I'm going to keep it at 25% and see what happens.
I've had mine for probably a year or two, and it's still going, but it has gotten dimmer though. It has gotten dimmer.
Gotcha. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on that, like, because it could be just a case that maybe it's just, unfortunately, the shelf life isn't worth the price. But so far, I'm pretty damn buzzing with it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely going to keep an eye out. 25% definitely. I'm not. I had it at 100 at the first day. I was like, no. It takes away. And even at 50, it's still quite bright. But I'm kind of used to 25.
I've accidentally had mine on for hours and hours on accident. Like, I came back and I was like, oh man, like this has been on. Nothing happened to it, so I don't know. And it was on the highest setting too, so
that's good. I heard Jay, brother cousin, telling the story about how he went away on holidays with his wife, and then he was sitting on some beach and he realized, oh no, I've left the DeLorean lights on. He thought they'd be burnt out. He came back. They were on for like 48 hours straight.
That's crazy.
Fine, no problem. Like, yeah. I'm going hard into the kind of fusion reactors and the fuse.
I've been wanting one of some of those, but I've never got the courage to actually go and try to get them, because I have a lot of Iron Man. So
yeah. Well, see, the way I see it is, not every figure with a lightsaber needs a CCFL, and not every figure with light up function like an Iron Man needs fusion reactors. I'll give you a perfect example. Old man Ben Kenobi is holding his lightsaber. It's just that pose. He's kind of using the Force with one hand, and he's I think it's the scene in Empire where he kind of makes a little locking sound. And he's got his blade, his lightsaber hilt, as if he's about to ignite it. Fine. Yeah. And then you got like Snowspeeder Luke has got enough going on anyway. He's holding that grappling hook. Doesn't necessarily need the CCFL, but Besman Luke, it does the bear shit in the woods. So I'm gonna just really quickly address the chat before I So your number one is the Kenobi Vader.
Kenobi Vader, all the way.
Excellent choice. We got Yomo here with us. Great to see you here. I've seen you in other chats. We got Beskar Kid. We got a local celebrity here. Collector Joey, one of the biggest cats in the game. This guy's unboxings, his
are amazing.
His reels.
They are literally
on another level.
They are.
It's like, it's not only it's just like in like a space of a minute or two, just bang, gives you what you want to see, but it's the way it's cut together. I love watching his stuff. So got Beskar Kid. Had a lot of chat, people chatting to each other, which is great. Just bought my first Prime 1/3 statue, and the shipping was an absolute beast.
I did that too. I had bought mine about a year ago. First statue. Yeah.
What was it?
The Dark Knight Joker from Prime 1 and Blitzway. The one that they said the face was okay. It's right there. I don't know if you can see it. They were like, they didn't know, and he's like holding the card like that. It was good though.
And you happy with it?
Yeah, I like it.
And that's your first statue?
That's my first statue, yeah. And I got the bust for it as well, the regular face bust, not the smiling one. And I'm still waiting for that though. But yeah.
Right. Slippery Slope. I remember one of the I'm not sure which number it was, one of the series shit collectors say, one of the things was, I promised I'd never buy statues, and now all I do is buy statues. It's a slippery slope.
I know, yeah. I said I wouldn't either. I got a for shit collectors say, I got one for you. I don't know if you've done it yet.
Go for it.
But this will help my credit. How about that one?
Tell you what I do have.
Because that was my excuse.
I have a little. This will help my credit. 1 second. I have a little Google Keep that I put stuff into. I got some funny ones now for the next one because they're always evolving. Like,
Yeah.
this will help my credit. What sense? Like, as in like
I don't know, over here in America, like they always
credit
tell
score.
you. Yeah, they always tell you, go buy an iPad. If you open this, go buy an iPad. Go buy something, and that's literally what got me. Is I was like, I opened a credit card, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's
Is it the ability to repay the credit card helps your credit or something?
It helps
I
your
get
credit,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Judy says, Shane, did you pour alcohol into that monster trying to trick us? It ain't gonna work. I tell you a story about Monster. First of all, no, it actually is Monster. Because it's like midnight here, I'm doing this stream, and then after this I went on to Graham the Jedi Watch stream, and I want to be like awake and snappy, you know, so I said I wouldn't have a beer or two, whatever. Well, not that makes a difference, just I gotta be up early in the morning as well, so yeah, that's just for like purely just the caffeine. But I never drink this crap. Well, I never used to, but the day I got to Star Wars Celebration, I was traveling for the whole day. Like, I got up, you know, went to Dublin Airport, flew to London, got on the train, stuff like that. And like, it was warm and there was a lot of people there, and I hadn't drank any water. So the first thing I did was, you know, got into the place, grabbed a bottle of water, drank it. And I needed to drink about 2 liters, but I, you know, had the bottle or whatever. And then Austin Nicholson's girlfriend were like, a few minutes later when I ran into them, they were like, okay, just want to get a drink. And I didn't want to get another water, and I saw they were drinking cans of Monster, and I was like, I'm going to give this a go. And it was exactly what I needed, because I needed that bit of a perk up as well. And then I got a bit of a taste for it. So now every time I have...
I knew Austin got you into that. I knew he did. He's always drinking Monster. I was like, watch, he's gonna talk about Monster right now. I mean, Austin right now.
Yeah. It's Austin's fault.
The white one is good. That's my favorite one. You should try that one.
I didn't realize there's so many flavors, man. You know,
the white one, it will change everything about Monster. Man.
All starts at one can. Is it a sugar one or sugar free?
A sugar free. It's good. I don't know what the flavor is, but the white one is just amazing.
Is it like an icy kind of a can, or actually just a straight white? Back at it again. Yeah, Graham, looking forward to having a chat with you later on. Judy says hit the like button. I forgot to turn off them all. I forget to turn off lights all the time. CCFL do bad for me. I bought surge protection adapters just to make sure that the house don't burn down. Hopefully that will actually do the trick. All right, so we'll get stuck into this. So I'm going to start off obviously with the past. Now, as usual, I'm going to give you a few questions. Don't feel obliged to answer them all. They're just kind of you know, get us started and kind of figure out like how we're going to do this. So obviously we're going to start off with the past. Bunch of questions. Okay, so I'd like to know what your first 1/6 scale was. Was it a hot toy? You know, if your first 1/6 scale was a hot toy, or was it a third party? Who did you get? What was the character? When did you get it? Who did you buy it from? How did you react to the price? Did you think this is a one and done? I can just get one, it'd be fine. Or did you realize, no, this is a rabbit hole, I'm in a lot of trouble here? Yeah, just go for it. Tell us the story, we'll listen.
All right. Well, first, everything started off with me just liking Funko Pops. That's what first started everything. So that was back in 2015, like when Funko was really going on. And then I got into a lot of Jedi Patrol. Jedi was really good to watch with Pops. And then as I progressed, I wanted something more than just, you know, the box and all that. And I got like 300 of them, and I was like, I'm not really fine. And you know, bots scoop those things up so fast, and you can't really get the good ones anymore. So I got an ad. It wasn't for Sideshow, or it wasn't for a 1/6 figure, but it was for this. I don't know if it was a Cost Baby at the time, but it was of this little Iron Man. It might have been, but you set it down and it like flies by itself. It like hovers. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but it's like a magnet that makes things hover, and it was an Iron Man. And I was like, man, that looks so cool. You know, I want something like that. And I started looking up stuff and looking up like Iron Man figures, realistic Iron Man figures, metal Iron Man figures.
Sorry, Joey, is this like one of these things, you know, your phone listens to you and then it throws out, the algorithm throws out stuff that you want.
I've seen that happen so much.
So like, I saw this DeLorean. It wasn't like a 6 scale DeLorean. It was like a lot smaller. But it was on some sort of a magnet thing. It actually was levitating. I was thinking, that's not as Is that something
It's
like
like
the
that.
Iron
Yeah,
Man
yeah,
one?
yeah. There's like space between it. It was
I
like
always
that.
wonder, does it work?
Yeah, it works.
As
Yeah,
good
they
as
work. Yeah, yeah. I think there's like floating plants too, but
that's
they're like three
bloody
hundred
cool.
dollars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but so that started off. I was looking for like all the Iron Man stuff and everything like that, and then eventually, like I think I was on Facebook at work or something, or my email at work, and on the side there's a little sidebar that gives you all these ads and stuff. And I saw the Mark 50, and I think Infinity War had just ended, like because I started back in 2019 with it was before COVID, 6 scale stuff, and so it was around that time. So the Mark 50 was the first one I ever bought, the first hot toy, got it in hand, and I thought that thing was just crazy. The weight on it and everything, it was something different that I've never had, a collectible that I never had. I always used to like put stuff out, that represents me on my desk and things like that. And I'm finally glad that I had got that. And like I said earlier, like I used kind of the credit excuse, like, you know what, I saw the price, I was like, man, that's crazy, but I just got this credit card. And I was like, I do need to boost my credit. So just be this one time. I just pay it off. Boom, we got it. And shoot.
It's funnier now that you explain the thing.
And I was like,
that's the funniest way of enabling yourself I've ever heard.
Yeah. I was like, all right, so this will help my credit some way. And then I got it in hand, like I said, and then I was like, wow, they have Thanos. I was like, all right, maybe I can just put a little bit more on it, and it'll help my credit even more. And now we're here. What you see behind me now, we're at like 40 plus figures, and I'm like, gosh, they got me good on that. But
your credit must be really good, Joey.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay for what it is.
It's quite funny.
But Jetta also helped me a little bit because he switched to 1/6 scale as well, and so that's kind of what pushed me a little bit as well, like seeing all the different kinds and things like that. Because he didn't straight up go into 1/6, but he like transitioned. And as I watched more, I saw the more realistic stuff, and I was like, man, this is crazy. And it just, after that, it turned into all this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's best decision ever though for me. I love these things so much, as we do everybody else does.
It's a great hobby, man. It can definitely get out of control, but like it is a great hobby, and I think that like 99% of the people in the hobby like are really positive and helpful and reach out and stuff like that. Like you have if a few people in every community that are a bit more just want to give out constantly or whatever, like I get that, but it doesn't matter. Like you could be in the florist club. I know, and you'd still have that. Like you could be in the tidy towns, the local like clean up the street committee, and you'd still have people like that. It doesn't matter like how nice the group or the club you're part of. There's always going to be people, whatever, like
rotten eggs.
It's just the way it is. Like
life.
That's life and stuff. This comment here caught my eye, and I was thinking, I've heard of Swedish fish, but I didn't think it was a drink. I thought they were like sweets, but I had to go look it up. So I don't think we can get this in Ireland, but my God, I'm going to bloody well try, Baskar.
What is that,
so
Ghost?
It's Swedish fish Ghost zero sugar energy drink. So is this like a kind of bit of a pre-workout for those leg days, Baskar? Because I want to try this. I want to see if we can get this in Ireland. But we got Nick's Collectibles in here. He's kind of
Nick. How are you?
The chief of 1/6 scale WWE. Would you call it WWE? That's what they call it now.
Yeah, I guess so. I was never into that much, the WWE, but it's cool what he does. It's awesome.
You see, we spoke backstage, and you're like 11 years younger than I am. Back in my day, it was WWF, but then the World Wildlife Federation, I think they tried to sue them or something like that, but basically they couldn't use it to change it to WWE. But I remember all those back in the day, like Bret the Hitman Hart, and you had Hulk Hogan, the Legion of Doom, Earthquake and Typhoon. Like, I remember them, but I was never really into wrestling.
The only way I know about those people are because of Funko Pops. Like, I just saw them getting announced. That's the only way I know their names.
Yeah. And so, like, your first one was the Mark 50. That was the first one you got in hand, yeah?
Yeah.
And did you say you went Sideshow on that?
Yeah, I went Sideshow. Yep. I do mainly everything Sideshow. Everything.
Yeah. But it probably makes sense for you because you get to pay that price and what, $20 shipping or something?
Yeah, $20 shipping. But I actually did recently change. I went to Pop Collectibles just to try them out.
The Australian company?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think they're Australian. Yeah.
I went to Pop Collectibles just to see how fast it is and if it's worth being, faster for the channel. Also, I can review things faster. I'm just seeing if it's worth that little bit extra.
Mm.
Yeah.
And is it a bit cheaper or?
I don't think. I think it's because I asked Kiko and he said that it's about $100 more for the shipping. So I haven't gone to the shipping part, but it seems like they're about the same price for the base, without shipping or anything on it. It seems like it's about the same, maybe about $5 difference.
Yeah, because that's an interesting. That's interesting with someone say who regularly goes to Sideshow to kind of, and especially that you're based in the States, and then to step outside and go, I wonder, like that kind of I think a lot of the time though, and again, this is no disrespect to anyone in America or yourself or anything, but because people like in Europe and in Ireland, like we're so used to ordering things from all around the world, it's not as daunting for us. Whereas maybe like a lot of the stuff like that, say I would just go, yeah, if I want to order it, I've got to get it from America or whatever. Well, definitely in the past, think you can get kind of anything you want here now, really, but like it's not as daunting for us ordering from like America or Australia or whatever. But maybe that's a bit more daunting for Americans to, because you're so used to, you can get kind of everything in the States.
And it takes so long sometimes. It takes for, because Giant Toys was pretty good. I did have a little bit of a hiccup with them. I didn't get one of my figures one time, but other than that, Giant Toy has been amazing. I ordered maybe a third party from them. I forgot what it was, but that's not probably the only other place I've ever went to. I did Collector's Zone, but he's here, so that's about it. That's all the other people.
The Acid for Blood is 100% right. I misspoke. Yeah, I definitely get confused. Pop Culture is the Australian ones, and Pop Collectibles are the ones that Jetta works with, I think. So that's HK. Yeah, gotcha. And then Toys. Best Car Kid is recommending Toys Buying Agent. And
okay.
I double that. Like,
do they do first batch? Because that's what I want to do. I want to do first batch because
first and second.
Really? Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to them next because I got the Vader, the Kenobi Vader, and the Batman from Pop Collectibles. So hopefully those can be some faster reviews. I get them in quicker because I know those are big items that everybody wants to see first. So I did it for the channel, So
it's a dangerous game.
It is. It's dangerous. Yeah, it's scary.
I typically go second batch, and then after I've done checked about 5 or 6 different companies that I rely on, then I go to Lion Rock and kind of go, hey, look, this is what I got, and we have a back and forth, whatever. And that's how I ended up reviewing for them. But I actually went first batch on this here.
Lion Rock does first batch as well?
Yeah, typically I just go second batch. She'd always ask me, if I say, for example, I'd be like, all right, I'm looking for the 40th anniversary Vader and C-3PO.
Yeah.
This is the best place. This is the best price I can find it for.
Yeah, no, I remember you doing the whole breakdown and stuff. Yeah.
And to be honest, it's not even now. It's not even. I don't even have to kind of go here. I don't even have to say that's the best price. They'll just kind of go, this is the price, and I'm just not gonna fight. No one will compete with, you know what I mean? No one will for the price they offer. No one should be compete. But this time I did go for first batch. So I got,
what is this? Let's see.
This is Besman Luke. This is hilarious. Okay. This is hilarious. Now this is tracked. It's not DHL or UPS, whatever. These are stamps.
Yeah, the stamps. I got something like that one time too. Yeah.
I love it. Now it's tracked and everything, and that came in about 5 days.
I think I got my CCFLs like that. There was a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I've never been. I kind of, when you associate something random with something like a good feeling. I don't know, maybe getting a text from your girlfriend or I don't know, the smell of a Hot Toys box or a new pair of shoes, a new car smell.
Yeah.
When I see those stamps now, I'm always going to think about Hot Toys.
Yeah,
Always,
yeah.
someone got a Hot Toy, you know.
Yeah.
So
It's like
just
imprinted
really
in your
funny.
mind.
Yeah. Like, and it's tracked and everything. Fair enough. It's not like, for me personally, the best delivery service that I know, UPS and DHL and FedEx, they're all different depending on where you are, and like it depends how good the local team is as well. Like you'd have a really good team in New York for DHL, and you could have a bad one then in like London or whatever. I don't know, but like the best experience I've ever got in terms of like customizing your delivery has been DHL, because it's like a mouse farts on it and you get a traffic, you get a tracking update. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas with the stamps, it's like, yeah, it's been posted. It's left the country. It's arrived to the country. It's there. Well, like that's kind of what you need. As well, like, but look, so your first one was the Mark 50. You got it from Sideshow, and what was your second and third one? Can you remember?
I know Thanos was second, and then shoot, I think I went for
Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War.
Thanos,
yeah, and then I think I went straight for the secondary market for the DX11 Joker. I went straight to the secondary market for that.
You went working backwards, yeah.
I had to for that one, man. But at the time, that one, I mean, it still is great. I mean, I sold mine already.
Sorry, buddy.
Go. No, you're good. You're good.
I did. I love when I catch you from mid sentence. So you just have to mention in there that like sometimes I've got like a big bank of these focus questions, but sometimes they just come to me. But this one, you mentioned there that you work backwards on the DX11 Joker. So have you worked backwards on any other figures, or is there other figures that you are eyeing up that you'll be willing to work backwards on?
And you know what's crazy? This connects literally with that. So I was just talking about it. So I did sell that Joker recently, right before the InArt one was released. So I sold it for a pretty good amount. I sold it for $600. The
Right
DX11
before.
Joker,
Nice.
yeah, right before. And so I ended up buying right here the Dark Side Anakin with that $600. So
I see.
yeah, I backtracked on that, got the Dark Side Anakin, then I saved up. I think I sold something else for the Obi-Wan as well. So on my channel, I say this a lot, just to like, if I don't get the lore right of Star Wars, is because I barely became a fan of Star Wars in 2019. Whenever I was kind of this collection actually, or Hot Toys, has made me a Star Wars fan. I never cared for Star Wars before any of this. Like, I would tell my friends, you know, like, why y'all watching that? It's boring, blah, 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 all that. And then I just hear them keep talking about this thing called Mandalorian. And I'm like, come on, what is this? Come on. Okay, I'll watch it at work. Let me watch it at work. Let me see what this is about.
Were
And
you
I
working
watch
from
it.
home?
No, I have a job, and I sometimes watch it there, and then I'll watch it at home. Like, while I'm working, I have it to the side, like my phone to the side with like maybe an AirPod. Yeah.
It'd be funny. I thought you were going to mess with me and go, yeah, I'm a pilot. I'm just going to watch that.
No, yeah, that'd be funny. But and if I'm on my lunch break as well, and then so. I loved the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian was cool, so that introduced me to everything, and then I ended up watching everything, you know, in order from start to finish, from I think not numerical order, timeline order. I watched it. So after watching all of it, I was like, okay, what's the best one that stood out to me? Like, which one did I like feel the most? And I really did feel episodes 1 through 3 the most. So that's why I got that. I don't really collect OT. If it's a Darth Vader, I might, because, you know, he looks cool no matter what. But yeah, I'm sorry I like sidetracked onto that. But yeah,
this is the whole point. This is your story. I love this. Like,
yeah,
keep continue on.
But yeah, those are the two that I really did, you know, I like, and I'm glad I actually watched all those things, because if I didn't watch all that, I think that the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian wouldn't have hit so hard. You know, if I didn't watch any other of the Star Wars, it really wouldn't have. And that's why I have Mando Luke. Like, that really, you know, hyped it up. I can't imagine anybody starting and then season 3 was kind of a bust, you know. But I think I got into the Star Wars game like at the right time before, you know, and everything else. But
yeah,
that's basically it. Yeah.
Like, it's funny, like, I'm not the biggest prequels fan, but there's a lot of emotion in those prequels. Like little Annie saying goodbye to his mom. Just the falling out of the two brothers in general. And just the end of Revenge of the Sith. Just when he has a high ground.
Amazing, yeah. And we have a fan expo actually this weekend. We have a Dallas fan expo, and Hayden Christensen's supposed to be there. And I was gonna go. Yeah, I was gonna go get his autograph, but everything sold out. Everything just sold out. So I got I don't know if you've seen The Office.
I'm a big fan of the original one. The English one.
The English one. Yeah. So we got.
I haven't seen the other one.
So since all his photo op is a 185 to take a picture with him. So I was like,
that's a lot. Can I put that in perspective? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
We spoke backstage that I'm a big Terminator 1 and 2 fan, big Aliens fan. Dublin Comic Con, they do I think they do like a spring and a summer one, but the summer one is August 5th and 6th in Dublin. And they have Linda Hamilton, who played Sarah Connor in the first two movies, is there. Robert Patrick, who played the T-1000 in the second one, is there. And Michael Biehn, who played Kyle Reese, he's the guy sent back through time in the first. Have you seen the first two Terminator movies by any chance?
The only thing I know about Terminator is that I think some of them were filmed here in Dallas. That's all. That's all that I know.
But basically, like, these three key characters are all going to be in Dublin, and if I want, I can get a photo taken with them all for $180. As in total, all three of them.
All three of them.
Three of the most iconic characters, so it's like, I'm 100% going to do that. I'm actually really excited about it.
That's a good price. Yeah.
I was watching those movies. Like, I saw I didn't watch the original trilogy until I was about like 14, 15. But like, I've been watching those movies since I was way too young watching those movies. But the kid in me is going to be like going nuts, and the adults be going to go, be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I do remember a few scenes as a kid. Maybe like whenever I think he got like really shot up in the beginning of the movie.
That's RoboCop, I'd say.
Oh, that's RoboCop. Sorry,
RoboCop,
I'm not.
That's a tough scene to watch. Great movie though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about RoboCop. I'm so sorry. I meant RoboCop. I shot in Dallas.
Yeah. But so Hayden Christensen will be in your town. So you're in Dallas, Texas?
Yeah, Dallas, Texas. Yeah.
And then Chudi's from Texas as well, I think. So
really?
He so there's a con going on, and Hayden will be there this weekend.
Yeah, he'll be there this weekend on Saturday. I really wanted to get a picture, not a picture, an autograph. I wanted to get I have a Funko Pop, Darkseid Anakin Funko Pop. I wasn't gonna get the box signed for Darkseid Anakin, the Hot Toys box, because it was kind of roughed up a bit, and I'd rather just have a pop, sign. But instead of him, we're going to do Dwight Schrute, Rainn Wilson. I don't know if the chat knows who that is. Me and my girlfriend are gonna do the photo shoot for him. That one was only like $135, so I was like, okay, I'll just do that, since we missed out.
Yeah, good stuff. T. Rhea, who was in London at Star Wars Celebration, said, Terminator cast photo op sounds amazing. My photo op with Giancarlo Esposito at Celebration was my first photo op and definitely worth it. Good stuff. That's what we want. Boba Fett, or Boba
Yes, Dwight.
Fett, yes, Dwight. So Dwight's the Office character.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, so when so you can remember your first was the Mark 50 from Infinity War. Was the second the Infinity War Thanos as well?
Yeah.
And you was the DX11 your third?
I believe that was my third one.
Gotcha,
I believe. Yeah, I went right into the secondary market. I was like, I have to, because the Dark Knight holds like that. Like, out of anything, Dark Knight is everything to me. So
yeah, you're speaking my language, man.
Yeah.
So can you tell me, like, so far you've basically worked backwards on the DX11 Joker. You've worked backwards on the Darkseid Anakin. Is there anything else currently in your collection that you had gone backwards first long after it was sold out?
I don't want to look back. Shoot, I don't really think there's anything that I can see over here that I worked back for. No, I think that's. Oh, I actually just bought the 1/4 Vader. I just bought that.
Nice.
Yeah, I did a vlog and everything on it of me going to the store and buying it. Yeah.
So that was awesome. I'm in the market for. Well, actually, at the moment I've overspent. I'm in the market for nothing. I'm in the market for beans and toast for the next few months. But the vision is to have a quarter scale of one DC, one Marvel, and one Star Wars.
Quarter
So
scale.
I've got the Mark III there, and I have the Dark Knight quarter scale. One payment left, but I actually delayed it today. It's the only order I have with Sideshow at the moment because of customs and stuff. I don't really order from, but had points and stuff, blah blah. But
I was really worried about that 1/4 Vader too, because when I was doing an unboxing actually for my channel, and I took out the batteries weren't working, and nothing was working there, so I opened up the battery, and it was corroded to all hell. It was bad.
That's not good.
No,
Did the seller?
Well, it was a comic book. It was a comic book store over here, and he told me how to fix it. And so I did.
Was the batteries in it?
There was batteries in it. Like I don't think he did it. Yeah, I don't think he took them out.
That's why.
Yeah, and it got corroded. So if y'all have any figures with AA batteries, at least you might want to take those out because it was bad. And I took it out, and he told me to put lemon juice and vinegar. In the thing, so I did it live actually on my channel, and I did the reveal, and it worked. It literally worked. It cleaned everything off, toothbrush, and now it works good. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, so it's obviously it must be something to do with the acids. I wonder this is just a science teacher in me, but I wonder when it corrodes. They're kind of, I think are they zinc batteries? If they're two acids, you'd think that the deposit on it is some sort of a base. Now maybe it's not a base. Maybe the acid gets it off anyway. But
you're a science teacher. That's your science. I knew you're a teacher.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so Walter White over here. Okay.
Yeah. If I had €1 for every time.
Really? I bet.
I had that. Yeah, I'd be able to afford a lot more meth. I'd be able to afford a lot more Hot Toys. Yeah, I get that quite a lot. But it's funny. I used to collect a 3 3/4 inch, but like when I moved in here and I started getting my collection right, I was like, you know what? I think it's time to let these go because I'm never going to display them, and that's one of the things that attracted me to 6 scale.
Yeah,
I think they're a perfect size where they're big enough to get all the detail, and you can articulate it and swap out parts, and the head sculpts look like the people.
Yeah,
but they're small enough that you don't have, they're not like massive quarter scale or third scale statue. You can get a bunch of them. But I sold it was actually beautiful. It was like it was like, okay, I think it was an X-Wing, but it wasn't the one with the stumpy wings. It wasn't like the Power of the Force one. I think it was the Power of Force Effects one. It had actual real proportions on it. It was beautiful now, but I had obviously put it in the box when, years ago, and I left the batteries in, so all the things corroded.
Oh, wow.
But when I was selling it, I took photos and I said, look, this is corroded, but the guy still wanted it.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you sure this is pretty damn corroded? He goes, no, I just want it. I won't use the electronics. I was like, all right, cool. The rest
I got the Vader for a pretty good price though. I got him for $550. So I mean that's not bad at all. That was under everything I saw.
That's one now. Yeah, like if I'm just getting 1/4 scale, like an Iron Man, that makes sense. The Dark Knight Batman, that makes sense. But your one Star Wars representation quarter scale kind of has to be the Vader.
Yeah, it does.
Like, what are your options? The Vader,
Boba. He had Boba there too.
Yeah, I presume the original trilogy Boba.
The OG, yeah.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't. That new Boba looks amazing. But
yeah, it does.
It's just
it wouldn't match though. It wouldn't match.
Yeah. It'd be strange. It'd be great to have like. Yeah, I think that the Vader, sometime in the future, But actually, you kind of again, you landed yourself in. So, in terms of like, you've told us like you've worked backwards on the quarter scale Vader, the Dark Side Anakin, the DX11 Joker. Like, just like off the top of your head, are there any figures out that are long sold out that you would be willing to work backwards on? If there's not, that's fine. But is there anyone out there going, that's long gone, but I've always wanted one of them and I could probably deal with? Is there anything you look at buy sell trade groups for or eBay?
If I did have any, and I know I told you that the 80s stuff wasn't really my thing, but even though I haven't seen many of these episodes or movies, and I just think they look great is Predator stuff. Stuff looks amazing to me. And I watched some of it back in the day, like Alien versus Predator and things like that. I always thought they looked cool. But I did see a statue unboxing of this new I don't know if it was Prime 1. I think it was Prime 1 statue, and it's crazy. It has all the foliage in the background. It has fish on under him, like in the water where he's stepping. Like even the Hot Toys, I think would look really, really good in the collection. It would be a one-off thing, but I have a few one-off things like Pennywise, Walter White. I have Dirk Nowitzki, Hot Toy, or not Hot Toy, but 6-scale figure. But yeah, that Predator stuff probably I would buy and go back for. Like I don't know what other I've seen a few, and I feel like Predator I would try to go back for.
Like Disney has bought Predator and Alien now, so I mean, why it hasn't been a Predator
Oh yeah,
announced yet is like beyond me, because that was a good movie. I mean, I want to go back and watch that. Like,
I would get an Alien too. That Aliens look great. They look amazing.
Absolutely.
Now that I did watch with my family. Alien. I made Myra, my
it's
girlfriend.
a good family film.
Yeah. My dad didn't really care. He would make me see that and everything.
Yeah, those first two movies, man.
Yeah.
They're just something about practical effects. Like I was watching because I'm getting excited about I need to get my tickets to Dublin Comic Con and book my stuff, because I'm getting to the stage now where I will be disappointed if it gets sold out. I want to meet those people.
Yeah.
So I'm watching like panels from like, you know, the cast of T1 and T2 and Aliens and stuff. And I watched one today with Robert Patrick. I'm pretty sure the guy was stoned. Like he was hilarious. He was so funny though. Like, you know, it was like, and they're asking about Peacemaker's dad, and someone like, he wasn't trying to be funny. He was just naturally funny.
Yeah.
It was just some of the stuff he was saying was just hilarious. But but Predator and Alien are owned by Disney, and they could totally do that. We got pop culture living room Costa in the building. I yesterday I was on a stream, Costa, and I said I was talking about how Boba Fett in season 2 of Mandalorian was an absolute badass. I was saying, like, you know, how he came back and took out the battalion of stormtroopers with the gaffy stick, and then he got his armor back and he just sliced through them as if it was too easy and took out those ships, and he was flying around the Slave One and stuff like that. And even when he fought Costa, I meant to say Costa.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Yeah, I heard you say that. Costa's the reason I have this case behind me, man. All his work, and
I thought that was a module case. I genuinely thought that was a module case.
It's a Costa
so
case.
He inspired you to build it. You built that yourself?
Oh yeah.
That's
but honestly, I'm thinking about going back to DTOF, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure, because
weird. No one goes back.
Yeah, it's weird, because whenever I'm just more used to putting them in the DTOF now. I mean, but I do have a smaller space in here though. When I do get a home, I'm gonna have, you know, the all, like, I have 2 of these things. Like, one's in the garage, and I'm gonna put them all out. Everything's gonna look way better.
I think if I ever went module case, I would get onto Brian directly. I think that's his name, Brian. I think the guy who owns it. Obviously, give him the dimensions of the thing behind me, and instead of just going like, you know, like just the uniform ones, I'd probably get some for quarter scale as well, and have it a bit like asymmetrical. You know, get some for 6 scale, but also have ones for like lengthways as well.
I think they have that too, because I asked him, and he said some statures can fit.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, I think it was just in one of his collection. I think it was his last collection tour, the one before, when I think it was his first one when he had the module cases. Like, it looked perfectly flush. It was like when you walk into a room, it was all the same height. When you look closely, then some of them, they weren't all the same. Some of them, it looked very appealing because it looked all the same height. But then there was some ones that were vertical for statues and stuff, and it looked really slick. I really liked it. Look, I can't rule out module cases or Costa cases, but
Costa cases are good. I like them.
Yeah,
it's I spent maybe $350 on this, because I got the panels on both sides and the plexiglass. That's the main thing that costs a little bit. But if you can get a good deal, or you know, cut your own, I bet it's 10 times more cheaper than that. And instead of paying, maybe a module case would probably be for this size, maybe like $800 maybe. maybe more.
Maybe
And,
more.
and this was 350. I'm good. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Oh, Fettuccine saying, "Wow, going back to details. Never heard of that." Yeah, he ran away from home.
It's space. Yeah,
we knew he'd be back. You know?
It's space. It's space. I gotta keep that.
Yeah. Space is our money and space is our enemy. Like, you know. Julie says, personally, I like the detail better than Moji cases. Yeah, it's like there's.
It's weird.
It's a funny thing. It's like I love the obviously I love the details, and now I'm kind of committing more because I'm trying to wire them up as.
But you know, the biggest problem
seamless as possible.
Yeah, the biggest problem that I have with it though is that I can't see like the Nightmare Batman. I can't see his face at all. Like, but I could also get like plexiglass for the shelves too, so you can see straight down. You know, but for details, I mean, I can, since they're so short, I can see you know, directly down.
Graham always says that. I mention Graham regularly when we're having this conversation because, like, when I started my display, it was like I took inspiration and influence from Graham the Jedi Night's Watch because he had details on it like we did. Then the lighting I saw on Jedi Patrol, and then, like, you know, I saw CCFLs and fusion reactors on various different collections. Then I kind of put it all together, whatever. But like, he says regularly, like, that there was things about the details that he loves, and he loves with one figure per shelf. However, there's things about the details that he loves. So he kind of, like, instead of just going, like, you know, turning his nose up at details now because he has Magic cases, he's like, no, there's still things I really like with the details, but there's also things.
So I got both. Really like I was like, I got to do both.
Yeah. You got the best of both worlds, you know.
Yeah.
Chuli says, but if you have hundreds of figures, I can see obviously Magic case would better suit you. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, I mean, this room is, this is the collection room. There is no expanding the collection room. So the only my only other option, if I want to, well, okay, I have several options, but like, if I want to go Magic cases, it will give me a lot more figures for the floor space behind me, that kind of a way, like, you know.
Yeah.
But right, but they're not here to talk about my collection. They're here to talk about your collection. So the present, right? So you've kind of outlined, like, you know, you have outlined exactly, like, you know, you've started off with the Mark 50, Infinity War, then the Thanos and the DX11. You sold the DX11. You got the Dark Side Anakin. So, like, for the present, like, I'm going to ask again a bunch of questions. You're not obliged to answer all of them, but just pick and choose. So I want to know, like, you know, if you know, do you know the body count? That's what I call the amount of figures that you have. Do you collect only officially licensed Hot Toys, or do you dabble in art, so third party? Do you have any quota scale? You touched on that already. What's your pre-order list like? You don't have to air all your dirty laundry, but, like, you know, do you have 10, 20, 50? How do you currently display? And so you just, like, where are you now with your collection, your displaying, and your ordering habits?
Okay. I just did a video on how many pre-orders I had. I have 13 pre-orders. I have them right here on my notes. Yeah, it's not too bad. I had them right here. But they consist of Cad Bane, Obi-Wan from the Obi-Wan series, Toby Spider, Iron Man Mark III, Electro, Hobo Goblin. I got 2 of those new 501st Troopers because I missed out on the first ones. The Anakin,
the live action ones, is it?
Yeah. And the Anakin from Attack of the Clones, Final Swingsuit Spider-Man, Doc Ock, that new Bane, the older Green Goblin as well, the Lizard Base, and the original, and the Andrew Spider. So it's 13 of them. I actually also said how much I had left to pay.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna watch the video. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. I put how much I have left to pay on them as well. I kind of did like a little clickbait kind of video. I was like, oh my god, but no, it is manageable, that amount. But yeah, I do order like in art. I'm just doing one in art though. I'm doing of course the Joker.
Yeah.
Third parties. I do have a lot of third parties. I actually have one right here. This is kind of more of a kit bash though. Of course, I love the Joker, but
right, yeah, I see the Joaquin Phoenix one. So when you say kit bash, did you get the suit from one company and the head from another company? Or?
Yeah. So I bought the body on everything's mainly from eBay. So the head from eBay, The suit also from eBay. This is actually from the Toys R Us one, the mask.
I
just
remember
thought,
that.
yeah, I just thought this was more. It looks a lot more like him than the Toys R Us one. So this is one of my favorite characters. And then also, I got this from my mom from for my birthday, I believe. Oop, it just came apart. But I thought this suited it well. I got this from what is it? It's one of the bigger companies, Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, I got this from Big Bad Toy Store. This is like
did they sell that on its own?
Yeah, I believe so. So and
that's perfect for it.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend actually got me. You know what's funny is that I asked this for like I put me and my girlfriend and my mom are in a chat, and I put links to what I want like for my birthday or whatever because they asked.
Yeah.
And they both got me this. So I think this is actually from my girlfriend, and then my mom returned the other one. So yeah, this one's awesome. They have a little sewer, cap that you can put on the hole that's for the base as well.
That's clever, yeah.
And then I got these a long time ago for the Heath Ledger Joker. I got the little Oscar.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool that they're holding them in hand. Whoever is y'all, I got this from eBay as well. If y'all ever wanna pick those up, they're pretty cool. If y'all want to know where, if y'all want to know where I got it from, I'll tell y'all. But either way, yeah.
Did I want to ask you a question actually? By the way, out of your list of, is my audio okay?
I hear you perfectly fine.
Because I know that I was popping the other day. It was like like little pops and stuff like that. The chat were complaining. I went and went back and rewatched. I think maybe it was actually doing my laptop was actually overheating. It rarely does that, but it was on all day. It was kind of a heavy editing day. Out of your list of 13 pre-orders, 7 of them I haven't pre-ordered as well. So
really?
Similar taste.
Yeah.
There's something else you reminded me of there now. Oh god, it's come to me now. There's something to do. I think it was actually something to do with the Oscar or whatever. It'll come to me.
All right.
Joao Big Brother said your audio is good, but your biceps need work. Okay, I get right on that.
Big Brett is awesome too, man. I watch him a lot.
Yeah, he's not that great. Yeah. Joao is. I do love Joao, but I don't want to tell him that too often because then he'll just start smelling himself, as we say in Ireland. But
I think our saying is they get a big head. I guess. Yeah, that's our saying. Yeah.
I know I'm a big fan of Big Brother and Joao and the work he does.
Yeah.
But that's funny. Judy says Joao woke up and choose violence. Brother came in guns blazing. Nice. That's a good pun. I like that. So like you mentioned that you order pretty much exclusively from Sideshow, but you've recently put in an order with Pop Collectibles, yeah. And is that actually a pre-order? Has it arrived yet? Sorry, I forget what you said. Which I first batch.
Yeah, I ordered Vader Kenobi or Kenobi Vader. Sorry,
right? Yeah,
gotcha. And then the Batman from the new Batman movie.
The Hot Toys one, yeah.
The Hot Toys one, yeah. So I didn't go with the in-art one. That's just a little too much for me, man. I think the Hot Toys one.
You got the signal?
I got the signal and everything. Yeah, I got the. I had to have that.
I got you. Yeah, I've got that fully paid off as well. Like, so it's nice when you have something fully paid off. But I still, I don't know on that one. Like, I'm not getting the big in-art set.
Yeah.
But I could entertain the thought of getting the single rooted and then deciding what I like the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you could do both at the same time if you want to do that. Though. That's a lot. But if you're a big fan, like Riley is or whatever, like you could do both. You could get the rooted from InArt, and then you could have the mask from Hot Toys. But I don't know if you want to do that.
I don't think I loved the movie enough to justify having 2 of them. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Like if it was a Bale, it'd be a different story. Like if InArt come out and they go, right, we're gonna do, Joao's in the chat now, he's gonna give me shit for this. If like InArt have already said they're coming out with their DX19 style, The Dark Knight, and if they follow the trend, then I know it's only a short trend, but the last time they did a Batman, they had the Batman, the Bruce Wayne. The only kind of civilian that I would consider getting if is if they nail the
Yeah.
DX19 style, and they have if they nail Bale, if they have the likeness and nice tailored suit, I could go, okay, I could go for
I don't know
that.
why they didn't do that with the armory though. That was so out of left field what they did.
I actually thought it was kind of cool. My issue with it is that I don't think the Hot Toys, I don't think that looks like Christian Bale. I thought the sculpt was poor.
He looked older, didn't he? I forgot. He looked older, right?
He looked like he was wearing the mask from American Psycho. Like, it was a bit strange, like, but I think it will come good though.
Mm-hmm. I do have the Bruce Wayne from. Sorry, I do have the Bruce Wayne from. It's a third party Bruce Wayne from the Batman. Actually, he's right here. I don't. It's a little too blurry, but
1 second. I'll see if we can.
It's right there. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Is this the one on the right?
It's right next to Pennywise. I don't know. It's too far, probably, but
is it to the left? I can see it. I can see it. It's to the left. Are you a bank robber Joker there? Is it?
Right in front of him is the Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Is there something behind? No. Sorry. No, I can see it's a reflection of your screen. I think.
Oh, okay.
By the bat pod. Those cases look nice, man. You've done a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're all right. It's hard when you stream, isn't it? Like,
it's like I don't know when you're going to stop or when I'm going to stop.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like normal conversation. You can tell by someone's like like mannerisms if they're going to go to speak or whatever. But just going to address some of these chats here. Breda stuck on traffic but enjoying the stream. Joey is such a cool guy. Great listening for the first time. Good stuff. You're getting all the love there.
Thank you.
Did you, Joe? Let us know. Are you back on the mountain bike? I know you hadn't been on for a while. I haven't got out myself for a week or two, but looking forward to it. The weather's been pretty good. T-Ria, in the new pics, they showed they removed the shininess. Is that the shininess of the Bale face? Because he was a bit shiny, to be fair.
Oh,
on the Hot Toys Batman chest armor.
Probably from the Batman.
Maybe that's the Batman. I
think that's what it is.
I thought he was talking about the Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne that comes with the army, because his face was a bit kind of shiny. I thought. How much does Pop Collectibles charge for shipping to USA for an average Hot Toys figure?
I was told like around $100, maybe.
Ooh,
yeah, that's first batch though. That's first batch. I don't know if it's different. So. Yeah,
and then Costa's coming in saying about 60 to 70.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for the information.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's not as bad as I thought.
Mike giving a thumbs up.
Hey, Mike has took everybody by storm, hasn't he? I've heard he came in, and I just remember everybody saying, "I'm not going to say that name. I'm not going to say that name" on every stream. I told my girlfriend that too. I was like, "There's some guy coming in named Mike," and then I said, "You're what?" And I was just like, "What?"
Yeah, I saw it pop up, and I was like, "That's funny." And then it kind of left the chat, and I was like, "I can't say that. I a gift." It's more like, not that I'm a prude or anything. It's just from it's for the job I do, But so like, I thought we're gonna move on, but just gotta ask you one quick question. I'm gonna go to the bank.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bank. So let's see what we got here. Let's actually just keep adding to these. All right. So.
Oh, Philip the Fool said he just paid 80 shipping from Rogue One and Pop Collectibles.
Right, Rogue One.
For Rogue. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong.
Rogue.
From Rogue, yeah. For Rogue,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering. Okay, what have been you kind of? I feel that when I ask the people about what pre-order could magically appear, they tend to pick ones that are kind of on the horizon within the next few months. They do tend to kind of go like pick one which is, relatively close in the next 3 to 6 months. So what I want to ask you is what have been the most exciting announcements, in no particular order, what have been the most exciting announcements in 1/6 scale recently? It can be Hot Toys, can be in-art, can be third party, whatever. What announcements did you wake up and say, "Oh, that's bloody cool"?
Oh man, ooh, I should have studied for these.
You take your time, take your mind. I can chat.
Shoot, I will say, not recently though, but Cad Bane was pretty cool. Cad Bane was
Agreed.
really, really cool. I feel like the 89, the new 2.0 looked really nice. I like that, but you know, I'm not. I mean, I like him. Yeah, I like him, but I recently just started watching those movies as well because I didn't get to see any of those when I was a kid. The Bane looked really, really good. The new 2.0. Bane looked good.
Bane was like, I was mad hyped for that.
Yeah, because
Mad
because I have the OG one,
hyped.
and I could have that one, and I can have the one where he's where he has that new type kind of, I forgot what it is. Not a trench coat, but it's
the
a
Paris Fashion Week one, I call it.
Yeah,
It's kind of fashionable one. Yeah, I know the one. It's kind of, it looks like a raincoat kind of material, plasticky almost. But yeah, I get that. He comes with a lot, like, because he basically has everything apart from the t-shirt. But you can get the t-shirt.
I have the t-shirt.
Sure, yeah. Oh, you have
came with
t-shirt.
it came from that. Yeah. But I'm just glad that we're gonna be able to have him like in the pose like this now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think so. We'll have him like that because on here you cannot do that. I switched the body one time, but I used the Fison body, but it didn't really work out because the legs were too like thick to put in the pants. So
the pants were kind of skinny, weren't they?
Yeah, so I had to cut down the Fison body. I didn't want to do that because I spent so much on it. I ended up selling it for like $50, even though it was cut up and everything. But I still lost some money on that one.
Yeah, Fisons aren't cheap. They're about $150, aren't they? They're crazy.
No.
We got the 12-inch Moose Stream here, channel member. Thanks very much for joining us,
hello.
Michael. Did you ever see the pictures of this guy's Batwing?
No, I have. Oh wait, yeah. Does he have it on the wall? Is he the one that has it on the wall?
I don't know if he had on the wall. When the pictures I saw, he didn't have it on the wall yet. But
I always see him in the chat, so I say hello to him sometimes.
Yeah, he's a legend. I'm just seeing now 3-0 Bumblebee from Rise of the Beasts movie. He's absolutely amazing. Pre-ordering immediately. Wow. Yeah, you know what I like about like I was actually watching. Anyone in the chat there, I'm not sure if you realize, but for me, like the best Transformers was the Generation 1 cartoon from the 80s and the actual Transformers movie, again from like the 80s. But like, I was actually watching that on YouTube before I came on because I was doing some work and I wanted something in the background. I didn't want to I didn't want to fall asleep basically because I was up so early. Like,
I was worried that you're going to be tired.
No, I'm good now. Good. Monster's kicking in, but
yeah,
you can actually go onto YouTube and just type in like Transformers the movie, and the whole thing is there, like really good quality and everything. But I was actually watching that, and what I really like about like, wasn't a big fan of the Michael Bay Transformers movies because they didn't look like the Generation 1 ones, but like the Bumblebee at this Cybertron scene at the start of Bumblebee, they actually look like they did in the Generation 1 cartoon. And like Optimus Prime, from the ads that I've seen for this one, he looks like.
I heard the new one's good. Have you heard that too?
Yeah, I've heard good reports, but is it out yet? I haven't actually.
I don't know. I haven't kept up for Transformers since the first one, so.
Yeah, I want to go. I think I want to go see this one. It looks like fun. This one, obviously, I'm going to see the Flash, Indiana Jones, Oppenheimer's.
I want to
forward to the most.
I got my Flash tickets for Thursday. This Thursday or whatever, next Thursday.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be. DCU, I'm never gonna get too excited about, but I hope
at least it's resetting. At least it's
and
leveling.
Look, get to see Keaton, like
Yeah, that's cool.
Very least we get a bit of fan service. Figman. All right, so we're gonna move it on. We're gonna go to the future.
Awesome.
So okay. Warm-up questions, really simple, 3 quick ones. Do you still see yourself collecting in 5 years' time?
Yeah. Just depends on how life is, But if
depends on your credit.
Yeah, the credit, of course, yeah. But also, like, if I want to have a child, like in 5 years as well, that it might slow it down, but it will never end.
You probably answered the next question now. Do you still see yourself collecting in some capacity in 10 years time? You mightn't be getting like a figure every month, you mightn't have a YouTube channel, but like still kind of like you'd have something.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
So are you in the game for life then? The last
Yeah,
question is
yeah, and for life. And the YouTube channel, I really want to do for as long as I can, because back in the day, whenever I was in high school, I actually started up a YouTube channel for gaming, a gaming YouTube
Right.
channel, and that was before anything got popular with gaming. And if I just stuck with it, I feel like it could have, now in these days, it could have been up there. But all my friends, I got, I didn't get made fun of or anything, but they thought it was kind of goofy. Now look at it now, and if I just stuck with it, I feel like it could have went somewhere.
Yeah.
Now,
Gotcha.
yeah, and now with this channel, it's like I get a do over. I wanna stick with it, be consistent. I've been consistent for a year. I upload every week, do everything. So I'm like, I'm sticking with it on this one.
Yeah, it's nice. I like I'm a kind of a goals based person, like, as in, like, I don't see anything wrong with going, okay, you want to get 100 subs or to 1,000 subs, or your goal is to hit 5k or whatever like that. Like, the fun thing is for me is making the videos. I actually love editing. A lot of people don't like editing. I actually really like editing. And obviously the collecting and stuff like that. And because I don't buy to review, I buy what I want and then I just review it. Like, all that's fun. So the journey is fun, but I still like to have, like, personal goals. Yeah, because it's cumulative. Like, it's nice watching something grow and develop and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, so yeah, it's interesting.
It's good to make friends on here. I like helping people a lot with my channel, so I've made videos on, like, how to fix your DTOF if it's not closing right. I've just done a few, like, the tackle boxes, how to organize all your great stuff. Like, I just love helping everybody and making friends, because I don't have any collecting friends, over here. They don't. Nobody's over here, so it's good to talk to a lot of, especially like Austin. He always talks. We have a little chat. And we're always talking, and it's cool to actually have a friend that, and all of y'all, everybody in this community is just really nice, and it's a good community.
It seems to be a common theme that, like, so many people in the 1/6 scale community, they have their people, their family, their friends, but none of their friends actually collect. So it's hard to describe passionately something you're into to a non-collector. It's hard for them not to glaze over.
Yeah, it's like,
and then it's like frustrating, because, like, how don't you see how awesome this is?
They all call them toys or dolls or whatever. I'm like, at least the only one that does get me is my girlfriend. She gets me, so that's cool.
That's she's a keeper, man. She's a keeper. Yeah, she's a keeper. But you need to, like, it's kind of like that kind of it's that kind of, I think a lot of people, though, who'd be like, oh, you're collecting toys, you're collecting dolls, but then when they see the collection, like, oh, this is, they're like, whoa, is not what I thought.
I let them hold the Mark 7 Iron Man, just to give them perspective of what this could be. And it's because it's so heavy. It has all the battle damage on its face, all that. That's something about those Iron Man figures, man. Have you converted anybody to 1/6 scale figures? Has anybody that bought anything?
I don't think so.
Like, you're like, bro, like, you like this, so hey, you get this.
There was one or two friends who were like, oh man, they're deadly, like, and they're like, oh, I'm so tempted, but, like, I don't think they will. I
got one friend. I got one friend to buy that Kenobi Vader.
Oh yeah,
I got one.
Do you know what? That's the type of thing you could just have one of, and, like, that could be it. Like, it's like there's just some figures that are just like, DX19 Batman. It's like, that could be the one, or like any decent Batman could be, like, just a standalone collection. Like, you know what I mean? But so you mentioned earlier on, like, if you moved or something like that. So I'm curious, like, if you had to put together, like, your ultimate display, now you can call it like a display room, a collection room, a man cave, a gaming room, or all of the above, cinema room, whatever, like, what does that look like? Like, as in, kind of, could you outline kind of what's your ideal setup is? Is it wall-to-wall Costa cases, Magic cases? Is it like an infinity DTOFs? Like, is it a combination of different? Is there pedestals for statues? Would you put, like, a cinema in there? Whatever. So, like, what is, like, your dream collection room? Basically, that's what I'm asking you.
So not one word to just one word to describe everything would be a basement. That's one thing. So it would start off as a basement. Everything looks normal in the house. We don't have movie posters anywhere. But when you go down there, it's like you're going to a whole different place. Is what kind of I would like to do. Like a nice big projector on one wall, maybe, and then so wall of detolfs. That have all do like you have is one figure each detolf, or each shelf. And then also Dean Knight said one that I would really like as well is a pool table. A pool table,
Yeah, he was the only one to ever say that.
Would be amazing.
Yeah, it's deadly.
And we watch fights all the time. Like people ask to come over to watch fights, but it's like it's really condensed in here, and it's on the second floor. I live in like a back house, so like my cousin lives in the front, and then he has his house back here. And it's just a little bit smaller than I'd like to have a few people here. So it'd be cool to have a place where we can all watch the fights and have room to cook and go down there and just chill out and have a chill spot and like that. I also have like I'd like some animals, I guess you could say, some reptiles. I have a lizard, crested gecko that I have in there, and
you have a pet lizard?
Yeah, I have a pet lizard. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he's been awesome. I've had him for like a year, and I want to get more. I like aquariums as well. I would like an aquarium in there. I don't know how that would work with the humidity and hot toys together, but if it could work, aquariums I absolutely love. So just if you think about that, like projector, aquarium, pool table, everything all together. I heard him say a bar, but I don't really drink. I know y'all do, but I don't drink that much.
That's all right. You're better off.
Yeah.
There's definitely it's if Hot Toys is going to burn a hole in your pocket, drink will definitely over here anyway. Like everything, the price of a pint is like
it's expensive over there. Yeah.
Pardon?
Is it expensive over there?
Well, like I suppose just a standard pint would be about €5, maybe what's like $6, something like that.
Okay.
Depending where you go somewhere.
Yeah,
like Dublin, you go into Temple Bar, like in tourist area, you could pay like 12. I wouldn't pay it. I wouldn't go there. But you could pay like ridiculous money. Like
I mean, I'll go. Like I went to Vegas a couple years ago, and the Vegas prices are out of this. It's crazy how much I had a little cup of like Malibu and it's like actually liquor, and it's just like a cup like this big, maybe, $17 each.
That's
insane. I was like, man, what?
I thought though a lot of the casinos, once you're gambling, you're there and playing, they give you stuff for free, don't they?
Yeah, but we were by the pool, so it was kind of like,
I got you.
Yeah, but no, they straight up come to you and they say, what do you want? It's free. I'm like, okay. That's the only
awesome.
time. Yeah.
Irish people would abuse that.
I know, right? I was like, sometimes I was waiting. I was like, are they gonna bring some more drinks? I'm a little thirsty now.
Yeah. It's like I'd be there like on the little like the penny slot machines.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Although I do like playing Texas Hold'em. I love playing.
I don't know how to play that.
I love that because it's like a mind game, like it keeps you active, like it's good for your head, and you're trying to outsmart people and stuff like that, and then it's social as well, so you can have a beer. I love that, and if you win, you win a lot of money, like so whether you could win some money. But really quickly, I'm just gonna take a little segue here and just outline some of the new videos live on the channel. So we got my thoughts on Besman Luke, which is in the box here. I haven't opened it yet. That's a question for you actually, just before I go on to the rest of this. Would it be fair to say you need to be in the mood to unbox a figure?
Well, I try to get out the unboxing as soon as I can because I do it for my channel. So I'm like, if I'm not in the mood, I still got to kind of do it though. So I kind of use the channel as motivation to unbox a little bit. Yeah,
gotcha. As in like just to get it out there and create the content. You're being very consistent.
But I love to make the content look really crisp, like with my camera. I got into photography as well. I really look at Boston collectors videos, and I take my time on them though. I want to pump them out, but I want to like have that type of really like kind of do a Justin kind of feel, and also Boston collector kind of feel with the nice photography and everything, B-roll, all that. I do all that. So I don't know if you've seen any of the reviews, but I do them like that.
I've seen some of them. I can't remember, like like obviously I've seen Justin in Boston. And I think I've seen one or two of you as well. I was listening to one of your streams there today.
Yeah.
I think it was is it Copper
Drop? Yeah.
Drop? Yeah, I think it was the latest one I was listening to. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out exactly. Like there's things in my reviews I do now going, yeah, that's staying. There's other things going, no, that's awful. Like, so I just, yeah, there's definitely.
Yeah, and you know what I do? You do it on your computer, but it's crazy. I do it all on my phone. Everything on my phone.
Right.
I need a bigger memory though.
You edit everything on your phone, yeah?
I edit everything on my phone. Yeah.
What app do you use?
CapCut. I just started using CapCut.
Right,
It's so easy. I used to use iMovie. If anybody in here, if you don't want to edit because it's too much, try CapCut and you're really gonna like it. I know it's kind of a new thing, but I mean it works. You know, whatever works.
Yeah, that makes sense. I might give it a go. I've heard good things about it as well. So live on the channel now. We got my thoughts on this. Is not review. This is just like a release reaction. So my thoughts on Besman Luke. I actually have it in hand now, so those thoughts might change. Thoughts on this. Batman.
That's crazy.
I loved actually making this video, and hopefully people can maybe some people can relate to it, or maybe some people can kind of help them. So I kind of go through things like CCFLs and fusion reactors and how I integrate them into the DTOFs, but kind of try and hide the wires and stuff like that, and how I just do cable management and stuff like that, and talk about smart plugs and just posing and stuff like that. So yeah, I just actually really like this video. Thoughts on this, thoughts on that, thoughts on this guy, and today
I saw that one,
the DX man.
I watched it.
Liked it. You know, this is a perfect if like, so the start of that video, like I usually do like the intro, you know, hi, in this video we're gonna, you know, review DX13, then there's the little music intro, and then this one here I actually quite liked. What I had is just I had him just on the turntable rotating, but I zoomed in on different parts.
That I was gonna tell you, I really liked that. Yeah. I really liked that it was spinning, and you showed the close up as well. Yeah,
and obviously the DX13, because there's so much going on, it's very easy because you can zoom in on the head scope, which is heavily battle damaged, the chest, which is heavily battle damaged, the knee, the torn off arm, the handguns. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. The bullet holes in the back. Yeah. But that's exactly my point. Like, I still haven't established exactly how I want my style for reviews to be, but I know that bit is staying. I want to do that, zoom in on key features while having it rotate in the background. So that's something that's staying.
Yeah. Now what I did was like, it's kind of formatted in each way you want to do it. So like, you know that part is what you're gonna do, you know. And then I wrote down like what I need to do first, what I need to do second, what I need to do third. And that's what I did. And now I have it so like down so much that I don't need to look at the notes anymore.
It's automatic. Yeah. You have a structure. Yeah. Because it's not so much like I know I want to show one of the things, my big things, I want to show everything that's in the box. Like, so if it comes with it, at one point or another, it's going to be done. Yeah. But like it's going to be shown. Doesn't matter what it is. But like, it's kind of, it's sometimes I have it on the turntable and I'm like, that's not really working. Sometimes I put it in the light box. I think in one of the early ones I did it like that. But it's I think even like in the corner here, I was thinking about doing something in the background, like either getting a kind of a cool kind of like a comic book background wallpaper just to make it look
that'd be cool,
a bit unique. So anyway, but just gone off on a side.
No, you're good.
So this is this one's up as well. I bloody love this.
I need to watch that one. That one's next.
Watch to the end to see the comparison between the CCFL and the light up. Like, it's night and day, man.
I forgot to tell you. Have you ever seen the people do the fluorescent paint, I guess it is, on the lightsabers? There's somebody that does.
I have. Yeah.
That didn't look too bad either. Yeah, it didn't look too bad either.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm going to address some of these chats before I ask you another question. So, got Big Brother, iMovie is the best. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm or not. Because sometimes he makes jokes about iMovie. I actually just
probably is
using it. Yeah. All filming and editing done on the phone. This is the real master as well, man.
Yeah,
I love his reels, even the lighting and even just.
I think getting a camera too. Do you have a camera?
Got style down. Pardon?
You have a camera, like an actual, DSLR?
Yeah, I've an
Yeah.
SLR, but I tend to use that purely for photography and for like kind of on-screen intros and outros, because I find this camera here, it's just not sharp enough for that. It's fine for the little box of shame, for, you know, that's fine, like, our streaming. But like,
Yeah.
I was talking to Dan about this. He's got this Sony, because I know that Dan, like,
I have Sony too. Yeah.
is you have this Sony EV or something like that?
I have
Is
the
it a streaming
Sony. No, I have a Sony A6400 that takes like all the big lenses and stuff. Like this one, this
It's an
lens
SLR
is,
then.
yeah. It's a
Alright.
mirrorless camera. Yeah, so it's got these big lenses. The macro lenses on here are crazy, but you get really expensive with these. Like this lens right here, it starts off at $1,000. So it's
Right, that's crazy.
It's
Glass
but
is
I go on
expensive, though,
but I go on eBay and try to find the best thing. So
yeah. So do you say, like, the reason, like, I was asking about that is, like, Dan was saying that Sony one, it's a webcam and it's almost like SLR quality, and it's just a plug and play, which is what I was looking for. But he say the one that you have now, you obviously have that hooked up to your laptop, whatever, or desktop.
I have
And
a
then
Mac. Yeah.
Is it powering, like, is it a separate power source for the? Does
No,
it get powered by the USB?
Yeah, the USB goes into.
Right.
So I have the camera right here. So I'm streaming off my camera. There's a wire that goes all the way down and then goes to my Mac Mini. And
Right. So it's just one cord. So USB
it's just
cord.
one. That's it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Because the reason I'm asking is because the SLR I have, if I wanted to use it with StreamYard, I'd have to use a cam link, and it's just I've used it before.
Sony's
It's really-
amazing. If you're ever gonna get another one.
Yeah, I think that's my direction I go. Just gonna look, late bloomer saying, my guy Joey.
Late bloomer, how are you?
Michael saying, I'm very behind in my displays. My back wing shares my bed. That's funny. And Austin Nicholas, Joey is who helps me in filming. Good stuff. There
Austin's
you go,
awesome.
Austin.
Cheers, water.
Just want to stop here and just give a moment to shout out our sponsor here.
I thought you were cheersing.
Yeah. And cheersing. Yeah, I was cheersing. Yeah. So late bloomer. Talking to Philip the Fool and getting my inner Joker from Spec tomorrow. Is that the rooted or the sculpted? Congratulations, Christian Lopez.
Yeah, is that the rooted? Because I've been waiting on mine still from Spec. I'm wondering when mine's coming in.
Yeah. I think it's definitely time to put you under a bit of pressure. You're getting away too easy now in the last few minutes. Oh, that was a different one.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, that was the wrong one. There you go. I give you the extra loud one. All right. So, I want to hear your thoughts on this, because I know you're a Dark Knight fan, so you probably know what's coming. I don't get this, man. But like, maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Like,
okay. Yeah, I am a Dark Knight fan, because look right here is the. I don't know if you ever seen this on my channel, but it's the Joker hanging out of the cop car, and it's like a big old. It's like a big, what are they called?
I see it.
Canvas painting. Yeah, and that was always my like goal to have. But this let's see if I can get my camera straight again. But this Batman, you know, what's the main reason why I think this is probably one of the goofiest things I've seen? I mean, it's cool, but it's also goofy at the same time, because this is probably one of the most serious Batmans in all of the Batman, world. This is serious. And you're gonna it's Christopher Nolan, all that, and you're gonna repaint it a little bit and make it look like another comic book one. I feel like they should have just made a whole different 6-scale figure for, especially 100 years. You would think they would put a little bit more money into making the classic Batman.
Even if they slapped, I feel like people always say that Ben Affleck, like, it's the Batman versus Superman suit, is the one that's the most like close to the comic books. Slap this
colorway,
color palette or colorway on that, and that would make a lot more sense.
It would.
You know what I mean?
Would. But this is like a serious Batman. That's what gets me.
But this blue looks more like the blue that Ben Affleck is donning when he's on the bike in the trailer. So even if you slapped this blue and made sure the cape blue and whatever on the fake fleck that they released, but actually make it look like Ben Affleck. Wouldn't that be?
That's very true. I didn't even think of that about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I don't know.
Yeah.
So
It was a
Shane-
little goofy.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It's a funny one. So I'm just going to address these chats. So I appreciate the monster addiction, absolutely. Sculpted, unfortunately. No, unfortunately, man. It's still going to be an amazing piece. Nick's Collectibles saying you still don't have the Joker.
I still don't have the
sure.
Joker, Nick. No, I don't.
Oh, sorry. Who did you go with?
I went with. That's what I was saying. With the he said that he's getting the Joker with the spec, and I was wondering if that's rooted or not rooted, because I got the rooted one from spec and I still haven't got it. Like at this point, I don't even want to do a review on it because everybody already has the reviews out, but I'm still gonna do it. But it's been forever already.
Oh man, that's yeah. Like I hope that gets sorted because I've heard good things about specs, so hopefully it will get sorted. The blue paint is amazing though. I can't tell if Austin's serious or not.
Yeah.
I think the color is nice, but just not for this Batman. Maybe that's what he means. Or
Color is nice.
Should have been the Hush Batman.
I think that's the one I'm talking about. The Hush Batman.
Yeah. It looks way better in pictures on display. You know what? The chest plate looks grayer as well. Just got the 66 Joker 6 months after everyone.
I love that figure. I don't have it, but I love the look of it.
I've heard, it looks great, doesn't it? All right. So, if you were to say, I finish all the streams, the Visions episodes with this particular question. So, God forbid your house goes on fire, and if it does, assume all your loved ones and the pets are outside.
Yeah.
And you've time to safely grab only three 1/6 scale figures. So you can't pick any quarter scale, no statues, no vehicles. It has to be 3 1/6 scale figures. What are your 3 fire figures?
I know you asked this, so I was thinking about it before. So of course the first one's going to be the Dark Side Anakin, and then the second one will be the Venom, the first Venom that came out. And then I was stuck between 2, but I'm gonna go with the Mark 85 battle damage. He's way up here with no lights, but it was either between that or the Mark 7, and that battle damage in person just looks amazing. The 85.
So you've got the battle damage 85, and was the first one was the Dark Side Anakin, was it?
Yeah. And then
The
Venom.
second one's
The
here.
Venom.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Venom. Venom's an amazing figure.
That's from the first version, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. I've heard.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the movies or was just the figure?
The first one was okay, and then the second one was okay as well. But I mean, I just love the look of it. It's just in 1/6 scale. It's crazy.
They did did great with the Venom, the both Venoms and the Carnage as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I want the Carnage. I do want it, but I don't know if I can bite that bullet on that price. Even though I know it's worth it
as well.
Yeah, it's worth it, but I don't know.
Yeah, Dan from 6 Scale Reviews got it, and he showed us a close up of it, and
yeah,
man, it looks gutsy.
crazy.
I don't want,
Yeah.
oh, pardon. I wouldn't want to touch that figure. Do you know?
Getting tired.
Touch it. Yeah, I'm gonna be tired. I'm Graham, the Jedi Knights watch stream. I'm gonna get some coffee into myself, but yeah, I wouldn't want to touch the texture of the Carnage. Looks looks rotten, but super. Thanks very much for coming on and agreeing to do this, man. I really enjoyed it. And
thank you for having me.
We'll get you on again. Have another stream, maybe myself and Austin next week or something. Do another late one.
Yeah, you're the only one that really reaches out to me and asks me, "Hey, come online." Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Hard to believe, man. But hopefully people will get a clue. Collector Joey's the real deal. So yeah, we'll sort something out maybe, because I'd like to do a stream with Austin. I haven't chatted with him for a while. Maybe the 3 of us can get that going.
Cool.
Just want to address this as well. So new live streams on the channel. Obviously, the Hope Show is my kind of, I suppose it's into its 6th week now, so I suppose it's not really new anymore. But I do it on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, so that's my time or UK time, or the same time in England. I think that's 3 p.m. Eastern time or 12 p.m. midday on the West Coast. So Central Time then it would be 2 I think. Yeah, 2 p.m. Central Time.
I watch while I'm at work all the time.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I love when people are watching when they're supposed to be doing work. So these are episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 are all live now. I did a very, very short stream on this. No one really covered this yesterday. And obviously this is what we're watching right now. And upcoming streams. I don't know when this is going to be. But this will be coming up. I just haven't actually scheduled it yet. So massive thank you to anyone who's joined us. Big shout out to the channel members, the troopers, the commanders. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to 16 Figure Focus on YouTube and follow at 16 Figure Focus on Instagram. Joey, what's coming up on your channel?
So I kind of stick with the weekly thing I do all the time. So usually on Instagram, I'll do like a weekly roundup of what Hot Toys released and announced from the week previous. I do that. I post that on Mondays on Instagram, and then Tuesday.
I like them. I really like them.
Yeah. Cool. I like posting those. On Tuesdays, I don't know if y'all know about it's called Who's That Hot Toy?
I see them as well.
Have you seen those? Yeah.
That's
so those do.
Well. No one's doing that.
Yeah, those get a lot of traction. Actually, that one almost got like 2,000 views today. I was surprised.
Cool.
Yeah, and so it's like, who's that Hot Toy? It's like who's that Pokemon, but the silhouette. And you got to guess the hot toy. And the next day I show like what it was. That's on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Thursdays is just like whatever, I can upload whatever. And then Fridays I have a weekly short of re-unboxing things and just making something cool out of an unboxing. It's only 1 minute. I don't know, some of y'all have seen them before, but I did Pennywise the last one was Pennywise. That one I was really proud of. And last thing is I just do the copper drop, what you saw too. I do that live stream mainly on Thursdays at 10 p.m. at night. If y'all want to just hop by before y'all are going to bed or anything like that, that's what I just talk about. Everything. It's just me by myself, but eventually I'll try to host people, things like that. You're probably asleep though by then, but yeah.
Most of the time, yeah, because even like I don't mind, like say, maybe once a week, maybe even twice a week, just kind of staying up a bit late and doing a stream or whatever like that. I just find that like over the summer, like when I have the time off, I find if I get into that habit, then I start going to bed later, I get up later, and it's not a good habit. Whereas I like to get up at the morning 7 or 8 o'clock.
Sorry, I thought I lost connection for a second. Okay. Sorry.
I basically I don't mind staying up late once or twice a week, but I find if I keep going to bed late, like 1 or 2 in the morning, then I'll sleep in more. And I like to get up like 7, 8 o'clock, go get my exercise done, and then come back and make content or go out with my friends or whatever, just so I use the day as opposed to sleeping on. So again, like, thanks very much. Did I get your details right there on that banner? Handle?
Let's see, Collector Joey. Yeah, that's cool.
So it's
everything's just Collector Joey. I think if you put that in it, you'll find it. It's because my camera's right here. I can't see it like going all the way through, but that looks good.
Yeah.
Instagram, I think there's a hashtag on Collector Joey on Instagram between the two. Right. It doesn't matter though.
I'll get it right for the next time anyway when we're myself, you, and Austin. Hopefully you're streaming. So massive shout out to anyone. Sort of quickly address these chats before we finish up. So we got Michael saying 66 Joker ball player, convict, and opera clown just got invoiced on kit. Good stuff. Austin, I think it was bad lighting with the regular photos when it was announced. Not sure what that's in reference to. Austin saying Shane and Joey are legends. Thank you. Good stuff. Carnage is definitely worth it. Put a Death Star hole in my wallet. I love it. Still happy I got to see Shane and drink with him in person. We had a lot of fun in London. Myself, you, and Leal, and Toya, and Calvin, and Rachel, and everyone was just great. That's awesome. It was 100%. It was really, really good. Man, you gotta get those tickets to Japan.
I think me and my girlfriend will go to that.
I think it'd be cool if we had a big, massive group just went and we all cosplayed. That'd be the bomb. Beskar Kid, thanks very much for joining us. The Pennywise one was amazing.
Thank you.
The one. Yeah. Yes, good stuff. Mark 6 is low stock. You know,
Oh wow,
the Mark 6 is my favorite.
is it?
But now that I got this wired up next to War Machine, the amount of time I spent getting it and hiding the wires and stuff must be good. That's not leaving anytime soon. I don't know, will I be picking up the Mark 6 with the gantry? I really like that gantry,
Expensive.
but hard decisions have to be made. We've got seems like Spec Fiction is the last one to get their Jokers. I've heard really good stuff though.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard really good stuff. Nick's Collectibles just
Thank
putting
you,
the
Nick.
so he's putting the YouTube channel there, so at Collector Joey.
Thank you.
I think the YouTube handles you can actually just type in at Collector Joey and it should find it, shouldn't it?
Maybe.
They shortened all those, they kind of made them a bit more easier to find a few months ago. I'm still waiting on my inner Joker as well. I didn't buy one, but I'm hoping someone will find some pity and give me theirs that they don't want anymore. Check out the buy sell trade groups.
Yeah.
They won't be given to you, I presume, but I hope that I get sorted for you, Philip the Fool. Like people have been waiting long enough. I think people are getting sick of waiting, and understandably so. All right, folks, that's us. Is there anything else you want to plug or?
That's it. Nope.
Cool. See you, folks. Thanks
See y'all
very
later.
much for joining
Bye.
us. See you guys.